Hello and welcome to my channel Grilled in Colors. So today we are going to do a recycle project. Can you guess what is this in its original avatar? Okay, here it is. So it was a packaging box, normal packaging box, and I got a charger in this box, and I really liked because it was quite sturdy. So I just wanted to recycle it and use it for packing some gifts because Rakhi is around the corner. So let's start. So as usual we will cover the entire box with white color. I'm using acrylic white color to cover the entire box. So this is how you have to just dab with the sponge, or you can also use brush to color the box. So I've done it just to quicken the process. Let it dry completely. Once you have covered the entire box with white color, I'm going to make some blocks here. So just to get some idea and get a straight line, I'm using a scale and pencil to draw some rough light lines which will guide me on how much and what to paint. I'm going to use different acrylic colors to paint different blocks, and then we will do some distress finish on top of it to give it a vintage and or forward effect or something like that. I like distress effect on colors. So let's see how it turns up. I'm using just random different shades of colors. You can choose any color if you are doing along, or if whatever is your favorite colors you can choose. So when I'm originally doing, obviously it takes some time to paint, and then it takes some time to dry. For videos I'm just not capturing each and everything, and I'm just speeding it up so that it doesn't become too heavy or bulky or boring for you to watch. So this is a normal simple painting, nothing much here. The original work of art will start when we start giving it a distress finish, so that is something which you will get with expertise, and that is something which probably you can take away from this video. So I hope you are enjoying my videos. If you have anything, you can let me know in the comment section what else you would want me to do, what kind of projects you really enjoy doing or want me to demonstrate for you. I like painting, and I also like doing paper crafting, and there are tremendous amount of techniques that you can try in painting, especially with mixed media and decoupage and a lot of other things. So let's see what all we explore together. If there is anything specific, you can definitely let me know, and do not forget to like and subscribe my channel to stay updated. I would love to hear from you what you think about the paintings that we have done so far, or the previous videos if you have seen, or the art of this kind, that is the recycle craft. So I think in the video it is not very clear, but the first shade which I did was orange, and now what I am doing is yellow color. So probably you can give a shading here also a little bit if you want to. Like I am just mixing a little bit of green from here and there, because I don't want the glaring yellow or the light bright yellow. I want it to look like a distress finish. So but I didn't do much, but we'll do on top of it. Once it is dry, then we will do the distress finish. So I'm going to cover all the sides from red color with red color. You can choose blue, you can choose brown, you can choose any color of your choice. So I really like this color. It is bright, and at the same time when I do distressing, it really gives lovely finish. I'm also using a little bit of brown, that is burnt sienna, just to give it a little aged effect and not have glaring red, just to tone down the color a little so that it is not too bright. So I'll be covering from all the sides, all the flaps, and then I'll allow it to dry for some time before we start distressing from the top. So we'll be doing a little bit of stenciling, little bit of stamping to give it a finished look. And don't forget to coat it with the varnish so that it whenever if it gets wet, if you accidentally drop a little bit of water, if the surface is varnished, the paper will not absorb the water, and therefore the painting which you have done will not get spoiled immediately. Of course it is paper, so it will absorb after some time, but immediately it won't absorb and spoil your painting. So just to protect the work what you have done, you should always seal it with varnish in the end. And moreover, sometimes these acrylic colors also feel sticky, if it is too thick or something, even after drying those are sticky and it might get stick to any other thing which is kept below or on top of this box. So just to avoid that effect also, if you varnish, it is completely sealed, the color is completely sealed, it doesn't get sticky, it doesn't get spoiled easily. Okay, so I hope this is helpful. You can try and let me know. Okay guys, so this is not exactly very bright red color, it is something sort of a peach or yeah, a little bit of one shade down than red, but it is a beautiful color. I really love this shade. If you use teal blue, I think it will also give a very good finish, so maybe you can try teal blue also, or you can use some shade of green. So here we are done, and I have allowed it to dry for some time. Now we'll start with the distress finish. So I am taking a little bit of black and a little bit of brown color on a transparent plastic sheet, and I'll spray a little water. And this is the angular brush. So it is very important for you to use angular brush. Why? Because at one side of angular brush I am taking color, and the other side mostly it is water. So when I am doing the distressing, it is automatically giving the fading look to the color. So it is not like a straight line, it is distressed on the edges. So everywhere, all the lines that you can see, the blocks and the edges on the flaps and everywhere, I am going to use shade of black and brown using my angular brush. And on tip of the angular brush, that is a flat slanting line on the top on the angular brush. So on tip of the angular brush I am using color, and on the other side mostly there is no color but only water, and in between it is something like it starts fading from color to the water part, like you can see, if it is visible. I don't think it is very clearly visible, but I hope you can make it out. So that way you will get a distress finish. So I'm just taking off all the color from my brush, and because it is not too much of color, strong color, it is more of water mixed, which gets blended with the background and kind of gives a distress finish. So this is a very fast and easy method, and with practice you will understand that it is very simple, and it gives beautiful effect without any in-depth knowledge of painting. You can actually do it. So it is not so difficult, it is very easy, and just try it out. I'm sure you'll get it. So you can see, immediately it is giving that shaded finish on the edges, and the lines which were not so sharp now seems like a distress. So I really love doing this one because it kind of gives life to the painting which is there. So you can also try decoupage on the base. You can do different type of things in these blocks. I am going to do stenciling and stamping towards the end. So this is I will cover the entire, all the edges and all the flaps, the places where the flaps are ending or it is bending, or all the corners. the side edges as it is, but if you want you can give it a little bit of finish using the stencils. You can put some pattern or design to make it even more antique, but I am not going to do that on the sides because I like it the way I have distressed. In the end you will see I am happy with the look, so I just left it like that. But if you want you can give a little more stenciling on the sides, to give it a more little vintage or antique finish. On top I am going to do some stenciling and stamping, as you will see. So suppose if you don't have any stamps or stencil, or you don't know how to do it, then it is always better to put some kind of transfer me image if you have, or you can even hand draw some patterns in the blocks, different kind of patterns, just the way we do with the stencils. You can also do some calligraphy text or something, so that you can give a nice quote which will make the box meaningful. So suppose if you are planning to use it for gifting it to somebody, you want to put some gift and gift it to somebody, then if you put some meaningful quote using hand calligraphy, it will be awesome. So this is kind of ready, and I'm going to use that stencil brush, and these are my stencils. I'm just going to use it randomly to give some patterns. I don't have any design in mind as such, but I am just going to use it randomly, whatever looks good. So I think mostly white and black is the shade which will be highlighted more with the kind of color combination that I have. The darker ones like green and green and blue and purple, mostly I'll be using white, a little more of white and black. It's a combination of both the shades. I think both the shades will go well. So like you can see, it is giving it a little printed finish rather than just giving a blank look. I'll use black on yellow just to highlight some patterns. Yeah. Oh, it looks beautiful, I think, isn't it? So this is one nice stencil which I like because the pattern is really nice. It gives a very nice texture kind of finish when I use it. So these are some quotes. I'm just taking some random alphabet or quotations from, because the bigger ones will not fit in. If you want you can just put the bigger one also, the complete bigger one as it is. This is archival ink. It is all surface ink and it doesn't bleed when you use varnish or any other water based medium. So this works best for stamping, and these are clear stamps. If you don't have stamps, like I said, you can use a permanent marker or something to hand draw some pattern. If you are comfortable, you can use thin brushes to create some patterns on top and then varnish it. So there are a number of ways in which you can decorate it. These are just some things which I have handy, so I'm using it. So these are nothing but just like garnishing your dishes. When you cook something, you put some leaves here and there, some coriander leaves or some sausages or some chips or something, just to garnish your dish. So just like that, just to garnish the box, embellish it with different kind of patterns and make it a little more meaningful. I'm just adding some random elements. It is not like pre-planned thing. Whatever is looking best or coming to my mind, I'm just trying to do that so that I give it a complete finished look. So you can hand cut acrylic sheets if you are using thin knife or paper cutter. You can also create your own stencils and then use them. So I understand that very thin stencils is difficult to cut very precisely, but big patterns you can do. So this is more or less done. I hope you all enjoyed the transformation, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe and do comment and tell me how you felt and what more you want. See you next time.